So what does it mean to you to be honored by the Chicago International Film Festival?
It's really special because I have filmed 2 things in Chicago out of 5 I've filmed, so I got a pretty good record. And I love Chicago. I have since the beginning. My dad's a film professor, so I'm always looking at angles and sun, and Chicago's just a special city for that. And after Gone Girl, the first movie I did was Widows, set in Chicago, and like I'm proud of that because it really uses the city. I mean, it's a love letter to Chicago in a dirty way. So,
what was the toughest darling you had to kill in the movie adaptation of your novel Gone Girl, and why in the end did you choose to excise it?
So I think this is so weird, but the hardest one was losing Desi's mom. Desi is played by Neil Patrick Harris. And in the book, one of the best times I had writing was writing Desi's mom. She was one of those things, like, every novelist has that moment where it's like, I am so dying here of boredom. I need a character to just make me laugh and enjoy. And so, yeah.
Now, the last question, given your success in literature and the media arts, what bucket list item have you checked off in your life that you're most proud of?
Ooh, wow. I think being nominated for the Golden Globe for Gone Girl, just because I've always wanted to go there because everyone looks like they're having so much dang fun and like the booze is flowing and you know I had so much fun. I sat next to Atticus and Trevor and just had so much fun. I lost, but I knew I was going to lose, so it was just being there that was a kick.
Right? That's what he said.
So what does it mean to get the Vanguard Award from the Chicago International Film Festival?
Oh man, you know, I was joking about this, that like everybody who gets an award looks up the word and then says, I looked in the dictionary and I didn't look it up.
I did.
What's it mean? I assume it means like, is it like a Maverick Award? Okay, is it like a Maverick?
It's like
doing things your own
cutting edge,
way.
being a leader of a new movement, a Roth IRA.
That's a Roth IRA. I do have a Vanguard account.
I do too.
I think it's, I feel like we've been doing things differently for our whole careers, and like and being vocal about it in small ways, and so it's really fun to be like recognized in a setting like this that feels very, I don't know, legitimizing, but also like a great room to Vanguard in.
So I can't help but think with your upcoming film that, Kelly, you're simply observing what has actually happened in your life or commenting on actual events, which are both remarkable. So what was the story source for Mouse?
I mean, a real event that happened when I was a teenager, which was a dear friend of mine was killed in a car accident. And sort of as I've been getting older and older, and she'll forever be 17, you know, just sort of thinking about what a tremendous loss that was, but also what a strange time it was for our community. The first time that you know somebody your own age who dies and what that does to you, and then revisiting it also as a parent and thinking about the unimaginable loss of that. And so, yes, it was kind of born out of that time and place and that event, and then fictionalized from there.
You do such a great job. So you're both receiving the Vanguard Award, which describes persons on the cutting edge of their art. What is personally most Vanguard-y about Kelly that you think, and what you think he's most Vanguard-y about?
Yeah.
So I'll start with you.
I think Kelly, I mean, practically, I think Kelly writes long, and I think in a more substantive way, she really follows her compass, and I think it's like finding a new north for me, where I'm like, oh, that's the voice to follow, and I think that's really unique.
I think Alex is like a dog with a bone. If he wants to make a movie, there's nothing that is going to stop him from making a movie. And there are a million roadblocks and a million reasons not to make a movie. And every single time I'm like, it's not going to happen. And he makes it happen. And that I've never seen anybody like that.
So given your tremendous success so far, and it's been a pleasure to see your progress in art, by the way. What bucket list item are you most proud that you've checked off your list?
Oh, probably I mean, the people that we've gotten to work with, like in Mouse, we got to work with Sophie Okonedo and David Hyde Pierce, both of whom, like, we've loved their work for such a long time, while at the same time bringing people who are maybe less known, like Catherine, like having her lead the movie. Yeah, and then a movie that we shot that hasn't come out yet, I got to act with Lois Smith, who, you know, is a 96-year-old legend. Tony Award winner, acted with James Dean. Those are some of mine.
Yeah, I think for me it was bringing like Catherine and Tara and that whole group to Berlin with Sophie and David and Iman, because it sort of encapsulated this ethos that you're enough. Your team is enough. The people that are making your movie special they don't have to be the same people that are pulling in streaming numbers or, unlisted agencies. Like, it felt like a commitment to that vision and a celebration of it. And that was just a cool moment.
This is Patrick McDonald for HollywoodChicago.com. Copyright 2026.